Okay, let's go to chapter 80. Yeah. We say in Nanjing totally we have 81 chapters. We jumping some chapters, yeah, because we don't have that much of time. But truly we start from chapter 1, chapter 2, and then we ending with chapter 80 and 81. So chapter 80 is still talking about needling. Insert the needles and withdraw the needles. So questions still say, the Huangdi Neijing said, when it appeared, then insert needles. When it appeared, then withdraw the needles. What's that meanings? So questions still coming Huangdi Neijing, basically talking about needling. When we insert the needles, when we withdraw the needles. So that's basically we looking the key conditions. So what is it talking about? Appeared. I think that next one should be disappear. Yeah. But anyway, the original is appeared in there. We're still keeping here. So then the answers. So when we do the needling, so remember in ancient time, people do acupuncture, do needling with freehand technique. It's not like right now, we use a tube. We put a tube there on the skin, then we tap in. Certainly nothing appeared, nothing appeared. So in ancient time, people do needling, always with two hands, always with two hands. One hand put on the points, yeah, pretty close to points area, and feel there, You can do a little bit massage in that area to trigger the qi coming. Then insert the needles. So when they're talking about apparent here, means when qi coming. So like we trigger qi coming to the points area, then insert the needles. So that's basically the first appeared, they talk about insert the needles. So that's the waiting qi appear. Then we're talking about another appeared. Yeah, another appeared. So when after we insert the needles, and then appeared qi have left completely. So means qi disappeared. Yeah, qi disappeared. Then we start the needles. So we know sometimes clinically, after we insert the needles, and you can see local area, some redness in there. What means that kind of redness? So that's qi go to there. Especially when we talk about when you do AE treatment, people say it's better waiting that redness totally disappeared, then we start needles. So the same idea here. When we see there are no redness around the needles. And if you're touching the needles pretty easily to withdraw, like pretty loose there, no qi holding there. Then we withdraw the needles. So that's the meaning to apparent here. Yeah. The first apparent is when we waiting qi coming, then insert the needles. The second apparent is means when qi left, when qi left, that kind of appearance in there. 出来 qi is not holding the needle there. Then we withdraw the needles. In other words, what's acupuncture needles doing? They trigger qi moving, and then qi resolve problems. So it's not means the needles itself like treat the problems. It's we just trigger the qi coming to the points, and then trigger the qi moving some like stagnations. So that's we talking about is patient qi deficiency kind of condition. We better use moxa or maybe herbs. Certainly acupuncture still can working. We can use tonified technique, but compare with moxa and compare with the herbs, they are less tonified. So that's we say moxa and the herbs give body more qi. And the patient qi collapse, severe kind of qi deficiency. That kind of patient is pretty hard with acupuncture treat because it originally body totally without qi in there. So acupuncture will not working. Will not working. So that's we say, and also clinically, like I know some people especially like put a lot of needles in there, like over 30 or 40 needles. Basically, I don't like use too many needles in my clinical practice. So basically, I like use around 10 needles. Sometimes a little bit more than 10, sometimes even less than 10 needles. So basically, if you put we can think about, for example, you have 10 liter of tea. You try to move in this 10 liter of tea. If you put 10 needles, 1 needles can working with 1 liters. That's tea mainly focus what you try to treat. If you put 100 needles there, so each of the needles just a small T around it. So basically, they are not working that well. So that's like my opinion in here. So that's clinically, I will not put too many needles because our needle working is the T working there. When waiting T coming, we insert the needles. When waiting T disappeared or left completely, then we start the needles. So that's basically in these chapters.